So here we go. We are going storm chasing today and see what we can find. I have been waiting days for this, and I got all my cameras set up, and you can see I got another camera to point at me. And so got the GPS going on the EM1X so I can track my route, and it's time to go. I got new windshield wipers, so got my oil topped off, and I believe we're ready to go. Little seatbelt action. Got to connect the phone because I'm going to track the storm, and it's showing super green everywhere. We got some yellow coming up, which looks really good. Do a little headlight action, release the brake, turbines to speed, batteries to power. It's time to go. And the poor Marauder, she needs a bath. So there's just a little bit of light rain, and what we're going to do is we are going to head kind of southwest. Oh, look at those wipers. Brand new. How nice. Yep, the rain's picking up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. And this is a test of the Continental ultra high performance all season tires. I have been dying to drive these in the rain. Yep, we got some good rain coming now. Try and keep the windshield nice and clean for you. All right, here we go. Whew, I got myself a really nice hot chocolate with coffee, so doing my energy drink, shall we say, all natural. Yeah, here comes the rain finally. Oh man, here we go. Yeah, finally the Marauder's getting a bath. Okay, good rain. Family Auto Service here. I went there yesterday and I drove up. They had no cars in the stalls or anything, and I asked him if he could put some new wipers on and then also check the oil level in the car, because I still have this really slow oil leak. And in and out 15 minutes max. Plus he didn't charge me for the oil. Took a quart and a half and put the wipers on, zip zap, out on my way. Family Auto Service, Alpine, California. Them guys they're great. All right, green light. Once I get past this light, then we're good. And then I figured out how to do picture-in-picture in Linux Mint Cinnamon. I think it's version 22, and Kdenlive. That's my new video authoring for YouTube that I use. Thing about that, it makes smaller file size than DaVinci Resolve. This trip in DaVinci Resolve would probably be about 120 gig, and that takes probably 3+ hours to upload to YouTube, and then YouTube to do their fun stuff. Whereas with Kdenlive, I suspect it's going to be probably a quarter of that size-wise. So now we're going to go hop on the freeway. Go zipping around. God, this car handles so good. Have pretty much a full tank of gas. Here it comes, folks. Marauder arriving. Oh, this is a good rain now. So let's speed control at 70 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. So we're going to do that. There we go. Seems like Android Auto is dropping in and out, but I don't need it for a route. Let's see, I think a little bit of heat. Got to keep the window defrosted for the excuse me, for the camera. There we go. Now it's just a nice drive in the rain. So what I'm using here, I have 2 tripods in the car, and the main camera pointing out the windshield is the EM1X with the 12mm f2, and got an ND64 on there and a polarizer. Not sure if I need the polarizer, but throw it on anyway. It's in auto ISO, and then I set the white balance this time for a cloudy day, because I found out that if I didn't set the white balance, I could see shifts in color when I was playing back the videos. And then the camera pointed at me is the OM1 Mark I, and on there is the 17mm f1.2 standard lens, really nice lens. Got an accident there with the sheriff's bus or something. Huh. And then the OM1 is also set to a cloudy day. I think it's 6,000 Kelvin. It also has, there's no ND filter on that because inside the car it's kind of dark, and it's set to auto ISO also. But right now we're going to go up, we're going to stop. No, let's keep going. A little bit heavier drops. Check my phone. Wow, that heat feels good. Nice and toasty in the car. So the Marauder, 2004 Mercury Marauder, is my storm chasing car because it's heavy. It's got the best tires compared to my 2018 Ford EcoSport. The EcoSport's not so comfortable anymore, and so the Marauder is the storm chasing car. What I like about the Marauder, it's got so much power. You just put it on cruise control and she doesn't even blink an eye at this. Whereas with the EcoSport, like going up this hill that I'm going up now, I'd have to upshift and downshift all the time to keep the power going. Okay, we've got some good rain coming. I'm so happy. I've been planning for this for like weeks. Can you hear the rain? And the audio, I'm only using one audio device to record audio today, and that's the Olympus LSP4, and that's mounted up on the EM1X, but instead of piping into the EM1X, I pipe the audio into the OM1. So I just have one track, and also it's stereo, which helps in the processing world. I don't have to convert it. Another cool thing, I pretty much completely moved away from Windows 11 to Linux Mint. I have a VMware virtual Windows 10, and in that I can do my audio processing. I can also do photo processing, and I transfer that from the virtual Windows 10 back to Linux. And then there I can assemble everything in the Kdenlive video authoring software, and that software is totally free. Linux, totally free. The Windows 10 I use is totally free, although I did buy a license key for it. That way it gives me a little more options. But it's just like running Windows 10. I think Windows 10 was the best operating system ever. I'm so sad that my big laptop, I shifted that to Windows 11. What a mistake. Oh my gosh. Battery good, oil pressure good. So far, it's a big hill to get up to this spot, and I averaged 12 miles per gallon. But as I go along, it's going to get better and better. So the rain kind of dropped off a tad. Oh, that's good. Strong coffee, and then I use Nestle's powdered chocolate, hot chocolate stuff, and oh, that's good. Better than Starbucks. Wow, Android Auto just kicked back on. You know, this car has 666 in her VIN number, so she's got a little bit of evil in her. And I don't know if you've seen previous videos of the Marauder, but she's a pretty evil looking car now. Back into more big rain. So the cell phone is showing pretty much green all the way. We got some pockets of yellow heavy rain, and from what I was looking on the forecast, the really big rain doesn't happen until 10, 11, noon Pacific time. So, I mean, this is pretty good right here. No snow for the mountains here. It's just it's only 54 degrees Fahrenheit out there right now. So I'm coming up on the Sunrise Highway. That's the raceway for the Marauder, even though I don't do that anymore. But we're going to take this. This is the old Highway 80. Back in the day, the old Highway 80 went from San Diego to Arizona. And there was also a time back in the early 1900s out in the desert where they built the plank road. It was a plank road. It was about as wide as this car. And so the cars would come along, and when two cars met, the people would lift those little lightweight Model A's or whatever and lift them off the plank road, and then the other car would move up a bit, and then they put the car back on and be on their way. And I went out there years ago and did a photo op of that place. Not too far from here. It's probably 2 hours maybe from my house at the most. It's almost to the Arizona border. Interesting place. That's where all the folks take their dune buggies and stuff like that, flying around on the dunes. I've watched them. It looks like a blast. Excuse me. Coming up on the Border Patrol station here. You know, I wonder if I have data turned on. I know I do. Yep, these boys aren't here now. Let's check data. I know, I'm playing with my phone while driving, but I'm only doing 35 miles an hour, so, you know. Yeah, mobile data is turned on, and Android Auto just clicked back in. There must be, maybe got to reconnect the cable or something like that, you know? Nothing's ever perfect, right? Let's see. I should pick a route, really. Let's do that when I stop. We need to turn the heat down a little bit. It's funny here near Alpine, California, and then going south like I am. We don't really have autumn. It kind of like goes from green trees and stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, no color. Not like back east when you get the beautiful, beautiful scenes of the autumn trees, different colors, reds, yellows, oranges. Looking pretty dark out there. Okay. We're gonna pull over right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop recording for a bit as I go searching for more rain. And when we get the really heavy stuff, I'll bring it back in. Okay, so I pulled over to restart the cameras. The side of the road's not too squishy, but right here, I'm on Buckman Springs Road. You get there by going 8 east on the freeway, and then we are taking a right, and we are going to Lake Marina. Been there a lot of times. Really nice place. It's the lake of green water. It is so, I mean, it's just so green from algae. And then they don't let it fill up that much, but I'm hoping this super rain, quote unquote, will help fill it up, because when we had the super rain about, I don't know, 2 years ago or something like that, they said the water rose. It was such a big storm. 6 feet plus the lake levels went up. And I went there after the rain. I was like, holy mackerel. There were areas you couldn't get to anymore. I mean, the road was covered in water. Just totally amazing. When I wasn't recording, there was some really heavy downpour. We got a good one now. And a lot of water on the road. And the Continental DWS Extreme Patch, all weather, all tires, really long name. Worked just amazing. So this is kind of like the little town of something. I guess I should slow down here. Do the speed limit. Here's the river. Oh boy. When I ran the Michelin Super Sport, which were kind of like slicks with some tread on it, in super handling tire, but in the rain it was sketchy. And I made a video where I ended up in the mountains and it was snowing up there, and I really didn't want to go that far, but I couldn't turn around. And then all of a sudden, a big negatory on the traction action And so I had to back down. I actually turned the video off for that part. I had to back down half a mile at least so I could get to something hard tires could like grab on. But these tires, I bet that would be an entirely different situation. Lots of water on the road. Oh, mackerel. Splashing that water underneath the car, giving her a bath. Huh, there's some campers here. Damn, we're hardcore folks. Wow. I've camped in a frozen forest. I've camped in rain, downpour rain. It's not fun. Although the frozen forest was kind of cool. I think I probably need to take the polarizer off the main camera. John Wilkes Booth closed. Well, he's got his own booth. This is where you go for the ranger station here. We are just going to pass through. All kinds of mud running out of the hills. Okay, we can do a little less windshield wiper action. Oh, I'm so glad I got these wipers. Slow children at play. I didn't think you could use those signs anymore. Youth group campsite is a mud pit. State fishing license required. Oh, don't eat the fish out of this place. No, negatory. So there's the lake. You can see it there. We are going to go right here. And I'm gonna put on my rain suit and go outside. I brought a Olympus EM1 Mark III. That is my handheld camera, and maybe go for a rain walk. What do you think? Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so got out of the car for a second, and I got my Indiana Jones hat. This hat's about 20, 30 years old. But I stepped outside. One thing I forgot was my leather jacket for wandering out in the rain. What a dumb ASS. And so now, let's go check this end out. They got the gate closed. That's smart. Right here is a bunch of little cabins that you can rent. Really, really neat. I'll show you if it's not too dark. Oh, I forgot to take off the polarizer. But anyway, there's a little cabin. We are going to take a moment and take off the polarizer, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, that brightened things up a tad. I wonder if we give it a little more light. There we go, F2. That's gonna screw up all the previous recordings, but I think we can fix that. Getting major gullies everywhere. Holy gully. The lone Jeep. I forgot how to get out of here. Yeah, we gotta go this way. Getting a little toasty in the car. Oh man, so many speed bumps. So let's get back on the road and head off to Campo. I see right now that the cell phone, my weather app, is showing yellows and deep yellows, oranges. So looks like we got some rain somewhere. It doesn't actually show my dot where I am though. Oh man, drop the thing. Like speed bump happy here. And I was caught behind this big old truck. It was doing about 30 miles an hour. And I wanted to test the tires. I'm going to take a moment here. So my remote for the main camera out the windshield went sliding forward, but I have a Velcro mount, so I should use it, you think? Yeah, I have like no cell phone coverage here. This is interesting. Big puddles everywhere. Still about 56 degrees Fahrenheit out there. My EM1X is recording my location, temperature, direction the camera's pointed. Let's see, barometric pressure. I used to have two EM1Xs, but I sold one to finance the OM1. And I will never give up my EM1X. God, I love that camera. Handling wise, best handling camera I've ever held. And oh yeah, they say you can't do good stuff with Olympus cameras. And I reckon I beg to differ. Whoa, big puddles. Tires go through it really well. Now, which way do I want to go? Oh, going straight this time. Ain't not been down this way. Usually I hang a left right there. Wow, an old Mustang for sale. Needs some work. Another thing nice about these all-season tires is that they don't have problems with pushing water. The Michelin Super Sports, when you hit a puddle, it was like wham, and there could be slight aquaplaning with it. These tires, that's all gone, and I can go back and forth. Boy, we feel solid. You got to remember, I've got 44 inches of tread width on this car. Wow, get out of the water. Beautiful day. What a nice day for a ride. Back there, I think I reached my limit of cohesion. Good to know. Yeah, so the main cam, I took off the polarizer and then I put the lens to f2. It was just too dark. The interior camera looking pretty good. Oh, there's cows. Got some cows. Outstanding in the rain. Outstanding in the rain. Those are outstanding cows. Okay, get off that, Randy. And this, let's see, nope, not yet. Got a pretty good wind out there. I can see it on the flag up there. Yeah, it's a big flag. I don't know if you can see it, but looks like a Marine Green flag. Back on Buckman Springs Road. Off to Campo. Still showing lots of rain. Do a little refresh. Okay, it does refresh, but Android Auto is it's still giving me a map. Buckman Barbecue, open Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, I bet that's some good food. So here's the little town of Campo. Actually, Campo proper is a little bit to the right. Dino Mart. They got good gas. Top tier gas. Alright, Campo is 1 mile away. That's a snow truck. I don't think you're needed now, boys. Off to my left is the Campo Train Museum. I've taken you there before. What an amazing place to bring the family. I'm getting hungry. Had a pretty good breakfast. Maybe I got a tapeworm. Guy out there taking care of his cows. All weather ranching, that's what it is. Pacific Southwest Railway Museum, that's what it's called. So here we are. This is Campo. This is the little museum. What a neat little place. I think we are going to turn off the video for a bit. Velcro. And I'm going to go in search of, like Leonard Nimoy, for some more stuff. So we'll see what we get. See you in a bit. All right. All right. I think that's enough rain driving today. I just wanted to see the rain. So we're going to go back home and we're going to enjoy a rainy day. I think we'll turn on the heater a little bit. Maybe grab a couple of brewskis. Put my fake fireplace up on the 4K TV and just enjoy a rainy day. Because right now, seems to be, from what I could tell on the phone, the big stuff is moving off. So this big atmospheric rain, they say it's supposed to get really heavy noon, 1 p.m., 1300, later today. So if it gets really heavy, that would be kind of a nice time to just kind of chill at home. Maybe put on a mystery movie or something like that. Or an old sci-fi. That's my big thing. So the number one goal was trying out the new tires. I am so happy. I am so happy with this purchase. And they're so quiet. Holy moly. Sometimes with the Michelin Super Sports, I had to wear earplugs because the tires were just so loud. I mean, these tires are super low profile, but these tires, oh, their comfort level just went through the sunroof. So I suppose now we can kill this route, set it for home, and then what I do is I share my location with my sister at all times when I'm out. Because I do this stuff all by myself. We're gonna go find the freeway, and hopefully I get downpoured on the freeway because I want to feel how the tires feel on the freeway under extreme conditions. And I can see off to the right there, looks pretty rainy. That's a technical term. Mud. God, this goes through so nice. Road racing. Cameron Corners, that's what this place is. Got it. Yay, he doesn't turn left. Here we go. They got the nicest health and pharmacy place up there on the left for such a little place. But they probably serve this whole darn area, which is really nice. The freeway is 10 miles away. We're just gonna drive for a bit. wish this car had more bucket seats. I thought about putting in some Recaros. That would have been really neat. Black with kind of red trim. That's the theme of the car. Black with red. But I don't know, these stock seats. Oh yeah. They're heated. I forgot about turning on the heater. The outside mirrors are heated. I mean, the guy that bought this car, he put every dang option there was on it. So I have the original window sticker, and in 2004, the original window sticker was $34,800, almost 35,000 bucks. And I think I checked it, and in nowadays dollars, that's probably, I don't know, a $50,000-$60,000 car. One thing nice about this car compared to my other one, this one's paid off. Heaven forbid if it ever got to it, this is my emergency funds right here. And I've done so much work on this car over the years. I won't tell you what I spent because nobody would understand it except for car people. But she's almost a new car. Only 136,000 miles on it. And this chassis, which same as Crown Vics, they use Crown Vics like New York taxis. They'd hit 1 million miles on those cars. It's the Panther chassis, not the Fox. The Fox chassis is the Mustangs. The Panther chassis is the most successful chassis for a car ever. Millions of cars with that chassis on there. We're talking Crown Victorias, Marauders. Then there's, this car was made from a Mercury, oh, keep forgetting the name. It's the luxury car of Mercury. And Mercury handed this car off to the folks at Ford that make the hot rod Mustangs and all that stuff. And they said, build us a hot rod. This has the 4.6 liter Cobra motor, and after a few little mods, between 350 and 400 horsepower at the crank. Just light rain now. This is supposed to go through tomorrow, Sunday, and then there's going to be a little break, and then we got another dousing of rain. Okay, let's see here. We'll go this way. Kind of light rain now. Up ahead, it does look pretty gnarly, dude. Such confidence in the tires. Wow. The second goal of the day was to make this video. My first storm chase of the season. Hopefully there's going to be more after this. Here in SoCal, this is kind of like the beginning of our rainy season. think it goes, this is kind of an early storm, but it goes till January or so, February. And that's it for the rest of the year. Because it doesn't rain in Southern California. There's probably a song about that. Isla Hook Memorial Bridge. Now, who is Isla Hook? This little left turn right here, that's a little EcoSport road, dirt road. It takes you to the back end of Lake Marina where I took you. That's more of the wild area. The fun part today is going to be starting to assemble this video. I'm really enjoying Linux and Kdenlive. It's like a new toy to play with. I'm a uber geek. I know you've seen some of my short videos showing my living room. 5 laptops, 11 displays, not including the phone. So that's 12. And everything's all wired. It all talks to each other. It took me years to build that. I've been in that little apartment for, I don't know, at least 8 years, I think. My background is in the early 70s. I started at Hewlett-Packard, got in there when I was 18 and started assembling their mini mainframe computers. I mean, we're talking an 8K memory board that weighed about 2 pounds. It was that big. So I did that, and then I moved on to being a computer operator, operating their mainframes, and I graduated all the way up to a senior computer operator, which there was only a couple of us in Hewlett-Packard at the time. And then, due to circumstances, shall we say, I went in the Navy as a fire controlman and did 21 years, I think. I retired as a fire control chief, surface warfare, and my specialty was weapons systems. And so then after the Navy, when I retired from the Navy, I worked for the government for 13, 14 years, something like that. I was a senior combat systems inspector at the shipyard. I was a senior combat systems engineer at this one company. So that was a lot of fun. One company, they would fly me in 747 upper deck business class and fly me all around the world to inspect ships. And a group of us used to write the handbook on how to operate the weapon systems. And you had to know about everything, the whole darn ship. And that was a blast. But so anyway, we're going to get on the freeway here. It's going to be the end of the video, and I want to thank you for coming along on this maiden voyage of storm chase, and also seeing me picture in picture. That was another milestone, and also enjoying the new tires. So, you know, I really appreciate you coming along. Like, subscribe, share if you like, and as always, I'll see you on the next adventure.